嗨，
Hello, sorry，我电脑崩溃了，开始的时候就没有信号。现在 everybody, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I maybe need a new computer. Okay, I'm sorry. So, yeah, 有个小朋友掉了。
Where did Cynthia go?
Yeah, Cynthia 掉了。Okay, I'm sorry. So everybody, I have received your answer. So everybody, you got very good. Okay, but there's a one student make a little bit mistakes. I think it's a calculating mistakes. Okay, but this one's very easy to fix. Okay, so Jaden's math and English is 89. Okay, but he actually took 3 subjects this year, right? In order to make average score became 92. So everybody is 92. So how much score must the score Spanish score, right? So let's take a look at this one. The main easier way is most of the student are going to do 92 times 3 minus 89 times 2. Correct, everybody? Are you using this way? Violet, right? You use this way, right? Margaret, you using this way. Okay, it's totally fine. But let me introduce another way. Because when you're calculating bigger numbers, and I know there's a one student, he, this is almost like I'm talking about this name, okay? Because Jason's the only boy here. So he is making calculation mistakes. But don't worry about it, Jason. I did all the time these questions, okay? And you know what? Not mentioning about Peng Peng. She always doing those silly mistakes because the most important part, he get it right, she get it right. But calculations, we made mistakes. Am I correct? So this is human being. Human being make mistakes, right? But for this I'm going to introduce a method. Within this method, nobody is going to make any mistakes at all. Do you want to learn? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So Shinshin, let me ask you. So in order to coming from 89 to 92, so English need how many scores more? How many points more? Hey, Shinshin, can you hear me? Is this my computer?
Yeah.
Plus 3 points, right? Correct, Shinshin?
Yeah.
Okay, so for math, in order to from 89 to become 92, how many points are needed, Emma?
3.
3. Okay, so now remember I said when we're calculating average, there's nothing created or nothing deducted. Correct, everybody? So if it is like that, so everything from here should equals to 0. Am I right, everybody? Jason? Right? So now it's plus 3, so it's what? Minus 6. Correct? So what minus 6 equals 92? 98. So Jason need to put 98 points for the Spanish in order to get the average score for the 3 courses became 92. Get it, everybody? Don't you agree this is a better way? Because you know what? 92 times 3, it's easy to make mistakes sometimes. And not mention 89 times 2 is also a very big number. And you mind this one. 会做错的呀，对不对？ It's we we're human being. 但是老师问你，哎，92加6会不会做错？真的不太会做错，对不对？ Which one is easier? Of course, this one. I'm going to explain again, okay, everybody? So, English, math, and Spanish, 3 courses. And right now, 89 and 89 is average score for English and math. I don't know how much scores. What is the score for Spanish right now? But we only know after the Spanish, the average will become 92. Okay, so then I studied. So how to make English from 89 to 92? I need 3 points more. I need 3 points more. So these 6 points is coming from where? Coming from Spanish, right? So it's minus 6 in order to make this one equal 0 because we know average is not creating anything. It's just transfer points from each other. So something minus 6 equals 92. It's exactly the question like we did every 5 minutes before the class, right, Cynthia? So what minus 6 equals 92? 98. So the answer is done. Okay, so that is the way we're introduced for entire class. When you see the average questions, I think this is a very good one. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The average score William have is 86. For the last test, he has to get 100 in order to make the average score increase to 88. How many tests are there together? Okay, everybody, think about it. Okay, I have received Margaret. I have received Emma's. And you know what, Emma, Margaret, congratulations. Both of you get it right. Very good. Violet, good job. 你看今天认真了啊，是不是？星星和 Jason 加油啊。Okay, so I'm going to just to do a little bit explanation, okay? So very good. So let's take a look at this one. So I don't know how many tests are there, right? Okay, Jason, I don't know, right? So I know it's 86, 86, 86. I don't know how many 86 are there, okay? Right? But we know the last one is 100, correct, everybody? Okay, and after Cynthia, after the 100 kicked in, so the increase to 88, 88, 88, 88. But on the other hand, the 100 has been decreased to 88 as well. Correct, Jason? Okay, because everybody is the same. Remember, the average is just one to make everybody the same. That is the truth of average. So valid, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Correct, everybody? So I don't know how many plus 2 there, but I know this one is minus 12. Correct?
Can I use the washroom?
Yeah, of course. So if you take a look at this one, I know all of them plus together need to equals to 0. Got it, Cynthia? Okay, so how many plus 2 are there in order to get rid of 1 minus 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order to make them disappear. So that's why how many 82 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tests, but don't forget there's a one last one. So altogether, 7 tests are there altogether. Okay, everybody. So that is the way. Okay, yeah, Valid, you can do the other way around. Very good. So Valid said, I don't know how many tests are there, but I can name it X, right? So if each of them, the average is 86, so the total score before we do the last 100 should be 86x. Don't you agree with me, everybody? Correct? Okay, so I add the last one, and then I divide it by 7 should be 88. So basically, is 88 times 7 minus 100 and divided by 86. But everybody, let me ask you, this calculation is a big, huge number, right? So this one will be a much easier, the calculation wise. But Margaret is having another way of doing that. Margaret, can you share your way with all of us, to all of us?
So basically I did 100 minus 86 is 14 and 14 divided by 88 minus 2 which minus 86 which is 2 is 7.
Very good. Understood, everybody? Okay, so this is another way of doing that. Okay, so everybody, you have your own way, but just to pick up the one which is the easiest. Do you understand, Jason? Do you understand things here? Okay, good. So let's take a look at number 10. Okay, 10 students attending a class test. The full score is 100. If the average score for these 10 students is 92, what is the lowest score for these students? So this question is a little bit different. Okay, Shinshin, very good. I got your answer. Very good. Okay. OK，OK，这道题目是不是跟你们以前做过的都不太一样？It's a little bit different, right? It's kind of like you don't know like what is the questions asking about. So everybody, if they said the full score is 100, everybody, that means the maximum you can get from this test is 100 points. Understood? And if you gave them a blank paper, then you're going to get 0 points. Okay, so boys and girls, that is something. So 10 students, let me ask you, if the average score for these 10 students is 92, so that means in total, how many score they scored altogether? 920, correct? So what is the lowest score for these students? So let me ask you, how to create the lowest and the maximum? It's like that, okay? So if you know, Xunshin, 2 people is having together 120 scores, points. So in order to get the lowest, you need to get the other one highest. Understand, everybody? So for instance, 如果欣霞和 Emma 2个人一共有100块钱，如果 Emma 和欣霞分别是50块钱，so they're the same. There's no least. But in order to make Emma least and Cynthia the most, Emma is only just get $1 and Cynthia get 99. Correct, everybody? Correct? So in order to make one of them the biggest, or even, you know what, I don't want to give any money to Emma, just to give all the money to Cynthia. So that is the maximum and the minimum, right? Because it's impossible to have Emma have -1 and Cynthia have 101, right? It's impossible. So for this one, that's the same, boys and girls. So in order to make 10 students, their score plus together equals 920, and I want one of them have the smallest amount of points. That means I just make the other, all of them what? 100. Get it? So 9 students get 100, you score 900. So the minimum one will be what? 20 points. Sorry, not dollar, 20 points. Get it? So the lowest score for these students will be 20. Good job, Cynthia. Very good. Okay, understood? Everybody? Jason, Jason, are you okay? Are you hungry? No? Okay. So everybody, let's move forward, okay? So we need to produce 800 cars. The first 10 days, we produced 44 cars averagely. The rest of the cars need to be done within 8 days. How many cars we needed to produce afterwards, okay? Very easy.不要算错啊，算错打屁股啊。算错是要打屁股的，小朋友们。我跟你讲，现在我拿到的答案没有一个人是一样的，seriously, every single body， 每一个人发给老师都不一样。Okay, so I'm going to explain this question, okay? So everybody's a little bit different. So I have to say that everybody is, think about a different way, okay? So Margaret and Shinshin are the same, and actually Cynthia is right as well. I think Jason calculation has been a problem, okay? I will send you some calculation questions. So let's take a look at this one. Altogether, we need 100 cars, okay? The first day, we produced 44 cars every day. So that means 10 times 44 is a car has been produced already, right, Jason? Right, so 800 minus 440 equals 360. So Emma and Cynthia, you probably think, okay, I don't care. The rest of the car need to be done within 8 days. And how many cars needed to afterwards? Averagely, I didn't say that, but the thing is because you have, see, the 8 days are there. So you need to 360 divided by 8. So the answer is 45 cars. Get it? Okay, so all the numbers here is useful. You have to use them. Very good. Good job, Cynthia. Okay, good job. So let's take a look at the next one, okay? So this question is I think is the hardest one, okay? So if you correct this one, later on it's going to be easier, but different ones. So let's take a look at this one. Class A went out for a picnic on a bus. Everyone paid $30 for the bus. If there are 6 more people joining the picnic on the bus, the price dropped to $25. How much is the cost of the bus? Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this question have a little bit problem. So let me just to help you a little bit. How about like that? Okay, Margaret, how about just to give you some hint? I'm not telling you how to do it from A to 1, okay, A to B, but just to tell you the halfway of A to B. Emma, how about like that? Okay, because I trust all of you can do that. So how much is the cost of the renting the bus? I don't want to directly do that. I want to know like how many people are there first? Okay, so I'm gonna do the number of student equals X. Okay, okay, so now let me just take a look at this one. Everyone pay $30 for the bus. So we have X student. So how much is the bus cost?
$30.
Yeah, everyone pays $30, but there are X amount of people. 有 X 个人，那一共付多少钱？
30x.
Very good. 30x. Very good, Emma. Good job. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. If there are 6 more people joining the picnic, so how many people are there?
X plus 6.
X plus 6. Very good. So now the price has dropped to 25. So how much did it cost?
25x.
25 times what? X plus 6. This is amount of dollar. This is how many people, right? Correct, everybody? Get it? Okay, so equals what? They are equals to each other because the renting the bus is the same. Okay, I'm gonna do it again, okay? So everybody, if I have 5 people, so how much money I get it? So 30 times 5. Correct, Violet? If I have 10 people, how much money I rented for the bus? 10 times 30. So if I have X people, so how much money I rent for the bus? 30 times X. Correct? Okay, so everybody now, because the number of the people has been increased by 6, 那人多了，对不对？ Because the amount of renting the bus is not going to be changed. So each of you paying less or more?
Less.
Paying less. Correct? So that's why if this is the amount of people, this is amount of money, you times together equals to each other. Don't you get it, everybody? Okay, so now let's count. Okay, so 30x equals, we times out 25x plus 150. Get it? So 5x equals 150. So x equals what? Equals 30. Okay, so everybody look at it. Okay, 在这个时候，我来猜一猜啊 ，Cynthia 还有 Jason 还有 Violet 啊，说不进去，老师我们做好了30。Is it the final answer? 是不是 No, because the question asks you how much is the cost of the bus. So we have to do what? $30 times 30 because that's the number of the student equals $900. That is, yeah, 行行，少了个零。$900 is the amount of money you renting this bus. 那我们来看看，我们 check 一下对不对？ So 36 times 25 is also 900. So if you take a look at this one, it is the same $900. So see, if there are 6 more people and everybody only paid 25. Get it? Okay, so this question could be easy, even make it harder. You can say, if I want to, I know 30 people pay for the bus, and if there are 6 more people joining the picnic, the price dropped to 25. And I can ask, in order to drop the price to $20 per person, how many students I need more? So what is 900 divided by 20 equals 45, and 45 minus 30 equals 15. So that means in total, I need 15 people more in order to drop the price into 45. I'm sorry, $20. Get it, everybody? So for those questions, there are a lot of different ways to ask you, but more or less, you need to understand is what? You need to understand how to do it from the very beginning. Jason 今天状态不对啊 Jason 今天状态不对呀，就没有很高兴的样子啊！啊，不行不行，来，Jason 站起来，我们每个小朋友站起来，站一站 ，OK？Wake up，wake 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 up！你们看到我的小人？你看他的耳朵都是往后的哟。OK，everybody，OK，move your body，move your body，move your body，OK？Yeah，yeah，yeah，OK，wake up，wake up，OK？Violet，what are you doing? I'm jumping and running. You didn't look at me at all. Violet, what happened? Oh, and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay, 好 So now back to the thing, okay? 哎，有没有觉得好像题目现在开始简单起来 Okay, so let's take a look at number 10, okay? So now let's take a look at this one. A, B, C, D, E has 5 numbers. The average number for A, B, C, D is 75. The average number for A, C, D is 70. The average number for A, D, E is 60. And the average number for B and D is 65. Please find out what is the value of A. Try to list them, okay? List them like the details. Okay, so this question, let me just to give you a little bit hint, okay? Think about it, Cynthia, Margaret. A, B, C, D, E is five numbers, right? But we know the average of A, B, C, D is 75. Could you please list A plus B plus C plus D equals what? Because the average of these four numbers is 75. So these four numbers plus together should be equals what?
300.
Very good. Okay, so the same thing, did the same thing. So A plus C plus D plus E equals what? Right? And A plus D plus E equals what? And B plus D equals what? And everybody, I don't want to know each of them. I just want to know A. I only want to know A. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, okay? So everybody, in order to get A, actually, I don't have to do anything. I only need to know what is BCD, correct? Everybody? Because I only need to do the 300 minus BCD equals A, correct, Jason? Okay, so now for this one, I have BD. Can you tell me BD equals what? So everybody, ACD equals what? Equals 70 times 4 equals 280, right? And ADE equals 60 times 3 equals 180. And BD equals 65 times 2 equals 130. So this is something I think everybody can do that, right? Okay, so now I think I only need to know C, right? Right, because I want to find A, I only need to know BCD. And in order to know BCD, I only know C. So how do I get C? If you take a look at this one and this one is A, C, D, E. This is A, D, E. So these two minus together. So C equals 280 minus 180 equals 100. Correct? Everybody, Emma? Correct? So now we have what? Because B plus D equals 130. So B plus C plus D equals what? Equals 130 plus 100 equals 230. because B, C, D equals 230 and A, B, C, D equals 300. So A equals 300 minus 230 equals 70. Congratulations, Margaret. Good job. Get it, everybody? Okay, so this is a way of learning, okay? So everybody, this is actually not just about math. I want to share with all of you, okay? So I know there are a lot of people, you're learning a lot of different subjects in this world, right? And we're going to learn more and more. So there is a thing in the economics is called based on requirement, we build the demand. Oh, sorry, based on the demand, we build the supply. How to do that? So the questions like that. For instance, Shinshin, in order to swim fast, your mom tell you you need to exercise more. Get it? So this is based on the demand you create. Sorry, based on the demand you create a supply. So that's why you go to do a lot of exercise and daily. Get it, Emma? So for the question in the math is, in order to calculate A, what do we need? This is something I want to ask everybody yourself. Jason, you too. Okay? So when you're learning something, you think, okay, in order to get more video game time, what should I do? To make mommy happy? Maybe. Okay? So you think about it. What kind of thing can make mommy happy? Then in order to get more video game time. Do you understand? So
Homework.
homework, okay? So homework. So, but the thing is, Violet, do more homework that spend more time, and then you're not happy. So you're doing what? You're going to try to find the tricks to do the homework better and faster. Then you can make mommy happy. Then you can have more video game time. Do you understand? So everything is linked. So for this question, the same. So in order to find A, everybody, we need to know B, C, D. In order to know B, C, D, we need to know C. And in order to know C, we're just using these two numbers minus together. Get it? So they are just like linked together one by one. Okay, boys and girls, next one. Okay, so this question. Okay, I have received one answer. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course, Violet, you can go to washroom. So boys and girls, when we do those questions, if something you don't know, you can just easily name something as X. Okay, if altogether there are 100 students, if the number of the a number of the boys is X, so how many girls are there? Altogether, 100 people. 100 minus X. Okay, everybody, this is my hint. I think you can keep going. Okay, everybody, so let's take a look at this one, okay? So if the average score for the entire 100 people is 63, Emma, let me ask you, how many points are there altogether there?
6,300.
Very good. Trust yourself, okay? 63 times 100. Okay? So the average score for boys is 60. And I know the number of boys is X. Is it 60X? Correct? And the average score for girls is 70. So is it 70 times 100 minus X? Correct? Okay, so we can just expand it equals 7,000 minus 70X equals 6,300. So 7,000 minus 10X equals 6,300. So 10X equals what? 700. 7,000 minus 700 equals 6,300. So X equals 70. How many boys? 70. How many girls? 30. Get it, everybody? Okay, so that is, please copy these down, okay? So memorize them first, and then we're gonna do later. So everybody, don't you get it? Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know, okay? So for anybody which is having a little bit problem with this, I'm going to give you some practice questions for this one. 好吧，就乘出来的这个 practice，好不好 ？Okay, so let's 有没有人不懂的？不懂的现在问老师。 都懂啊？没关系啊，不懂没关系的，你就直接消息发给老师，我不会告诉别人是谁的，或者我们都推到 Jason 身上。No, just say I'm kidding, okay? Jason, let's take a look at the distance one, okay? So the average distance. Let's do this one. Congratulations. Most of the kids get it right. Okay. So one of the kids 要打屁股了。就是那个挖了一个陷阱，然后 she jumped in. Jason, you're safe this time. Yay. Okay, so she jumped in. Some girls, you're in danger, okay? Thank you for correcting the spelling test, spelling mistakes. I'm going to change it right now. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The distance from A to B is 60 kilometers. The speed of Anna goes to B from A is 30 kilometers. So let me ask you, Margaret, how many hours does Anna takes to from go to A to B? Margaret?
3.
Very good. 60 divided by 30 equals what? Very good. So how many hours?
Wait, what?
So A to B is 60 kilometers, right? The
Yeah.
total distance. And Anna is going from A to B with a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. So my question is, how many hours took Anna to go from A to B?
3.
Why? 60 divided by 30. Why is equal 3?
But that's from B to A, not from A to B.
No, goes B from A is 30 kilometers per hour, Margaret.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's 2 hours. And from B to A will be 3 hours, correct? Okay, so everybody, what is the total distance from A to B, then back to A? Violet? Go is 60, back is also 60. So what is the total distance? Yeah, and you need to, when you talk to me, you need to unmute yourself or else I'm going to read your lips, okay? But I'm really,
20.
yeah, but I'm really cool. I can read your lips. I'm cool. Okay, so Jason, 120 is the total distance. What is the total hour? What is the total hour? 5, because go 2 and back 3. So it's 5. So the answer is 24 kilometers per hour. Okay, good job. Okay, most of the kids is get it right. And the one who make mistakes, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. It's totally fine. Okay. So everybody, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so we're going to take about it. Oh, we only have 7 minutes. So I'm going to just introduce some questions for all of you. This is your homework. And I want to show you something here, okay? Not here. Where is the question? No. Oh, here, this one. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So for the average questions or some math competition questions, or when we're learning math for statistics, sometimes the data is not directly telling you, understood? The data is showing you in the coordinate system. So let's take a look at this one. For the X value, it is the number of 20-cent coins. For the Y's, it's represent the number of 10-cent value. So let's take a look at Fred. So the Fred has 8 20 cents and 8 10 cents. Get it? So plus together equals $2.40. So obviously, Fred is not the person who has $5.60 in the 10 cents and 20 cents coins. Understood? Okay, so this is how we do those questions. Okay, so you can see Paul. Paul's having no 10 cents, but 20 cents coins. So Paul has $4 in coins. Get it, Shin? Okay, so this is how we read those graphs. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, number 2. Find the average of the whole numbers from 1 to 1,000.哎，我就知道了，有些小朋友做的太快了。慢一点。OK，哦，Jason，哎，星星，再看看啊。好，我们来看看这道题目啊，有人做对了，有人做错了，有人做了一半对。哎呀，哎呀，What is average? How to calculate the average? I want to ask you, Jason. Total sum divided by total number, right? Okay, so let me ask you, from 1 to 1,000, how many numbers are there? How many numbers are there?
1,000.
Very good, 1,000. So it is something divided by 1,000, everybody. Okay, so how to calculate the whole number from 1 to 1,000? Emma, 我们学过的. The first one, 因为it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus all the way to 1,000, right? So the first one plus the last one times how many number divided by 2, correct? Okay, yeah. So 1,000 and 1,000 are gone. So basically this answer is 1,001 divided by 2 equals what? 500.5. 哎呀，这都又哭了，是不是？ Just a little bit calculation mistakes, correct? So everybody, so always asking yourself, okay, what is the average including? What is the average in like calculated from? Okay, so that will be the same thing. Okay, so we still have 2 minutes. So I'm going to just take a look at number 4. Everybody, let's take a look at 4. The average height for Esther, Felicia, and George is 151 centimeter. At Esther is 8 centimeters shorter than Felicia, and George is 19 centimeters taller than Esther. Find the height of Esther, Felicia, and George. Okay, does anybody got it? Okay, Shinshin, good. Check your answer, okay, Shinshin? This one is easy because you know what? Esther plus Felicia plus George equals 151 times 3. Don't you get it, everybody? Because their average is like that, right? So Esther is 8 centimeters shorter than Felicia. So Esther plus 8 equals Felicia. Okay, and George minus 19 equals Esther. So, sorry, yeah, so it's Felicia minus 8 equals Esther, right? So Esther could be easily replaced by Felicia, and George. Correct? Okay, so we're gonna have, oh, I don't have to do that. Okay, so Felicia, so Esther plus Felicia. Felicia equals what? Felicia equals Esther plus 8, right? And George equals what? Esther plus 19. So equals 151 times 3, correct? So 3 Esther plus 27 equals 453. So 3 Esther equals 27, so 426. So Esther equals 142. So Esther's 142, and Felicia equals 142 plus 8 equals 150, and George equals 142 plus 19 equals 161. And you can check your answer by putting them together and divided by 3 if it is equal to 151 or not. Okay, so for this question, we also have another way of doing that, okay? So for instance, because Esther, Felicia, and George, they are both 151 averagely, right? And you know, they're not like that, correct? They have their real height. But let's take a look at this one. So Esther is 8 centimeters shorter than Felicia. So that means Esther must be plus 8 already, correct? In order to equals Felicia. And George is 19 centimeter taller than Esther. So George minus, sorry, this one is minus 8 and minus 19. Correct, everybody? So George, in order to, Felicia minus 8 equals Esther, and George minus 19 equals Esther as well. So basically, all of them is plus together should equals to 453, right? And if we take away the George and Felicia's height more than Esther, so equals 426. And you're going to make everybody looks like Esther. So 426 divided by 3 equals 142. That is Esther. Okay, so if you don't want to using the algebra way, you think about this way, it also can be calculated. Okay, everybody, that's it for today's class. Okay, so we're doing this one, the average, and learning how to using the algebra to calculate this one as well. So if you could, please, if there's something you don't really understand, you can just go back to the Google Classroom and check the videotape over there as well. Okay, that's it for today's class, and we're going to see each other next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.